Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. And today is the moment that I, for one, have been waiting for a while, so hopefully some of you have been as well. But we're going to be continuing on our Jethro Tull journey with Stand Up. And this is going to be side one of the album. So the first 5 songs on the album that comes after this was. So, welcome. I'm hoping that this gets up on YouTube. We're going to try to get it up there. But it is half of an album, so it could get blocked. And if it does, it'll be on Patreon. Thank you if you're watching. Wherever you're watching this, thank you for tuning in. So, Jethro Tull is a group that you all introduced me to. I'd never heard of them before. And they have become one of my favorite groups very quickly. So far, we've done the entirety of Thick as a Brick and Aqualung. Those were the first things that we started out with. Then I'm going back to the beginning, and I'm going to go in order through all the albums. That's my plan, all right? I'm going to do the same thing with the Beatles coming up soon. But anyway, so we did This Was. Now, This Was a bit of a departure from what I've heard already by Jethro Tull. But I like the fact that they did many different genres. There's probably a Tull song for almost any occasion. Yeah, the blues album was This Was very good, which is interesting because the blues is not my personal favorite type of music. Maybe I need to mature more as a person. That's what someone else said, mature more as a person to fully appreciate it, and that's probably true. However, there were some great songs on that album. Now, this is the next one. Let me make sure that this is the next one. I'm pretty sure it is, and we're going to do it because I have it all pulled up here. But let's just make sure. Jethro Tull discography. I want to see what is the order. Yeah, that did not give it to us in order. All right. Looks like this one might. Okay. This was Stand Up, Benefit. All right, Benefit will be the one after this. Then Aqualung is Thick as a Brick. So we went in order on that. That's good. Then a Passion Play. All right, we've got some fun stuff up here. Okay, this album Stand Up, according to Wikipedia, charted at number 1 in the UK, number 12 in Australia, 20th in the US. Is that Norway? Perhaps? What does it say? Norwegian. Okay. So, number 5. And in Germany, number 5. It certified gold. Nice. All right. I've got the lyrics. Well, let me actually show you something. I've got the lyrics to most of the songs here. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to do that. However, one of the songs seems to be Bori, seems to be an instrumental. And if you look at the lyrics that Google pulled up, still not big enough for you guys to see. One more couple steps. Oh, people, what have you done? So that's not the lyrics. I just want to show you how stupid Google is. It got is it My God? Yeah, My God. All right, so sorry about that. But anyway, let's start this off with A New Day Yesterday. 3, 2, 1. I love it already. Love that riff, wow. Is there a harmonica back there?
My first and last time with you, and we had some fun. We're walking through the trees, yeah, and I kissed you once. Oh, I want to see you soon, but I wonder how. It wasn't you, yeah, yesterday, but it's an old day now.
So first off, I'm gonna actually head on that Genius. Probably should have done that on all of these, to be totally honest. Let me see if I can find Genius lyrics. Yeah. So, thing here, which is interesting, is, so I said the last album was a bluesy album. This song right here feels like still has a blues influences, but it's fused with rock now. Like that main guitar sounds almost like Sabbath a little bit. You know, that very heavy almost riff. And is that Ian Anderson singing? His voice is a little different than I last heard remember, but interesting. All right, I'm gonna bring it back, and it looks like is that all the lyrics of the song? And now is this gonna be an instrumental breakdown for the rest of it? Is he gonna keep singing or what? And also, the one other thing I want to say is we're going to try to get to song facts for all of these songs. I don't think I did that for This Was, but we're going to try to do it here. But anyway, let's get going. Or at least for the album, song facts. Turn it up. Love the flute. Oh, nice. Drums are awesome on here. The bass right there is awesome. Okay then. Alright, wait. Bring it back. So I'm gonna go do a little. I'm gonna say something quick when I go through each of these songs. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the lyrics. So my first and last time with you, we had some fun, and walking through the trees, I kissed you once. I want to see you soon, but I wonder how. It was a new day yesterday, but it's an old day now. Spent a long time looking for a game to play. My luck should be so bad now. To turn out this way, oh, I had to leave today. Just when I thought I'd found you, it was a new day yesterday, but it's an old day now. So what's interesting about this song is that, first of all, I guess the main interpretation is it's like almost, not really a love song, but like a one-night stand type of deal. He's like, "Oh, I was looking to have some fun." And not even. It was very innocent. It's not even what I just said. It's even just, I met a girl and liked her for like a day, and then moved on, and I thought I found the one, but it was a new day. It was something beautiful, new experiences yesterday. But today, that day is gone. It's an old day now. And tomorrow is only a day away. So let's see. Actually, this thing has something right here. So a great way to start off the side one of the crafty and progressive blues/folk album. The same blues riff is worked over and over again and has a real gutsy feel to it between Cornick's bass and Barr's guitar. The middle of the song has a great bluesy flute solo, which would give some foreshadowing to Anderson's flute takeover that he executes perfectly for this album. Undisputed flute rock champion. Sure. Here is the one other thing I think you might be able to add to this. And that is, they started as a blues band almost. Then the main guy of the band left and Ian Anderson kind of took over, according to what you guys told me. So that song is kind of like about moving on, turning a new leaf. Very good way to start off, almost means something to the band itself, you know? Anyway, this next song is called Jeffrey Goes to... Let me see. I don't know how to pronounce this. Leicester Square? Leicester Square? Oh, there was a... something happened like yesterday. Soccer, okay. Pronunciation. Leicester. Leicester. Huh. Interesting.
Leicester.
Leicester. Okay. So Jeffrey goes to Leicester Square. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. 3, 2, 1. Just want to mention that the flute is incredible. Like, so pretty. I love it. And yeah, this song's definitely folky, too. Is that exactly what he said on here, down over here? Progressive blues/folk album. Definitely hear that here. Let's keep going.
All the things you say. You listen to the newsman on TV. You may fool yourself, but you don't fool me. I see you at another place, another time. You may be someone's, but you won't be mine.
Oh, this song's awesome. Drumming was great on that one. Next one is an instrumental. So before we continue, let's take a look at what this... First of all, Bright City Woman. It's a cultural center in London, and city artists would busk, mime, etc. there. The Bright City Woman comes to look at them, but does not participate. Jeffrey sees her and wants to tell her off because she thinks she's so much better than the artists and buskers she is watching. What is a busker? I think I once knew, but at the moment I cannot recall. A busker is a person who performs music or other entertainment in the street. Oh yeah, we just looked this up. I just looked this up the other day. Yeah, that's why I remember now. Okay. This whole part, where'd you learn all the things? She's educated and goes along with mainstream culture, parroting the lines she sees on the news. Jeffrey sees through her. He knows that she is not being true to herself, even as she thinks she is. Jeffrey refers to Jeffrey Hammond, later Hammond, a good friend of Ian Anderson's, who he had left behind in Blackpool when he moved to London to become a big rock star. Jeffrey would later join Jethro Tull in time for the Aqualung album as the bass player. He had to be taught the bass lines note for note by Anderson because he did not know how to play the instrument himself, according to this person who wrote this. He also appears in the titles of the Tull songs, A Song for Jeffrey, from Michael Collins' Jeffrey and Me, and is mentioned in the song Inside. All right, this next one's an instrumental, so I guess I can click on the song facts thing. Okay, yeah, we can look at this. 3, 2, 1. That sounds kind of familiar. That's so pretty. Of how it goes back and forth. Oh, yeah. Pause it there. I'm sorry. I don't even want to pause it. This is my favorite song on the album so far. And I loved the other two songs. This is awesome though. What a great instrumental track. Why does that main flute, I don't know what you call it. Would you call it a riff? Probably not, but the main flute thing Do 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 do. Sounds kind of familiar for some reason. Like, did they have this on This Was, maybe? No? It's weird. It's an adaptation of something written by Bach. It was written for lute and his fifth movement of the suite in E minor for lute. He wrote the piece in early 1700s. Huh. Was something like that in Serenade to a Cuckoo? It's mentioning that. Yeah. Alright, we can come back to this. Let's keep going. I love how it like makes you, it's over. No, it's not. The bass is awesome here. What the heck is he doing? Beautiful. Let's just keep going. What's the next one? Back to the Family.
A telephone wakes me in the morning. Have to get up to answer the call. So I think I'll go back to the family where no one can ring me at all. Living this life has its problems, so I think that I'll give it a break. Oh, I'm going back to the family, 'cause I've had about all I can take.
I love that.
Bastards in the counting house, counting all his money. Sister sitting by the mirror, she thinks her hair looks funny. And here am I thinking to myself, just a wondering what other things to do.
Oh,
Think I enjoyed all my problems.
I'm gonna pause it here. Well, these are some interesting lyrics, actually, for this song. But before we continue, let me go back to the instrumental, if there's anything else to add to it. It said that in our interview with Ian Anderson, he said why he decided to adapt the Bach composition. I got to the point where I was playing the flute every night on stage in the early part of '68, and by the end of the year I was casting around for an instrumental piece as a successor to the Roland Cook piece Serenade to a Cuckoo, which I'd been playing most of 1968. I want something that had a syncopated jazzy feel, but a melody that wasn't associated with the jazz world or the blues world. And that was a little bit of music that came to me through the floorboards of my bedsitter in London, because there was a media student in the room below who kept playing over and over again this refrain of the Bach tune, Boree. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure Ian Anderson knew how to pronounce it, I just don't. He played it on classical guitar, but he only ever got one bit. He never progressed beyond that basic thing. So I kept hearing that over and over and over and over again, and decided I'd try to use that little tune some way as a starting point for an instrumental piece. And Martin Barr, who literally at that point in January '69 was just kind of auditioning to join the band, I said, "Oh, I know that. I think I got the sheet music somewhere for that piece," and it was something we could fairly readily embark upon as a variation on a classical piece of music. Nice. All right. Wait, does it say editor's notes? Or others? No, editor's picks. Okay. And now this next song, I'm really liking the lyrics, actually. And the reference to Sing a Song of Sixpence, the nursery rhyme. So I think I enjoyed all my problems. Yeah, I like this song.
I think I enjoyed all my problems, where I did not get nothing for free. Oh, I'm going back to the family, doing nothing is bothering me. I'll get a train back to the city. That soft life was getting me down. There's more fun away from the family. Get some action when I pull into town.
New day. Each time that happens, it's like it's a new day.
Everything I do is wrong. What the hell was I thinking? Phone keeps ringing all day long. I got no time for thinking. And every day has the same old way. They're giving me too much to do.
Grass is always greener on the other side. Might as well go. Oh, wow. Wow, the albums just keeps getting better and better as it goes on. All right, let me pause it before the next one starts playing. So last song on this on side one is this next one. Look Into the Sun. Okay. All right, Look Into the Sun's the last one on the album. So the previous one that we did, very interesting lyrics. So let's go over them. My telephone wakes me in the morning, have to get up to answer the call. So I think I'll go back to the family where no one can ring me at all. Living this life has its problems. So I think I'll be giving it a break. Oh, I'm going back to the family because I've had about all I can take. Master's in the counting house counting all his money. Sister's sitting by the mirror. She thinks her hair looks funny. And here I am thinking to myself, just wondering what things to do. I think I enjoyed all my problems, and where I didn't get nothing for free. I'm going back to the family, but doing nothing's bothering me. I'll get a train back to the city. The soft life is getting me down. There's more fun away from the family, some action when I pull into town. Then he goes, everything I do is wrong. What the hell was I thinking? Phone keeps ringing all day long. I've got no time for thinking, and every day has the same old way of giving me too much to do. So, first of all, this is very interesting because I think, yeah, wow. So first of all, the music was awesome in that song because of the way the guitar kind of signaled the rising of the sun of each separate phase of this short story almost. And so he is going back to the family because the phone's always ringing and he's constantly having things to do and doesn't like it, so he's going to go live an easier life because he doesn't have as much to do because he's living in a house. He doesn't have to, pay for all this stuff and, pay the bills and all that. So back to the family. The master's in the counting house counting all his money. So it shows that they're rich back at his house. Then sister's sitting by the mirror. She thinks her hair looks funny. So the sister is vain. And here I am thinking to myself, what am I supposed to do now? There's nothing to do. You know what? I think I enjoyed my problems. So he goes back and forth. And to me, this song is a perfect example of the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. You kind of always want what you don't have. Which is interesting. So then this thing over here has a bio. It says, a great point in time for Anderson as a budding songwriter. Even before Tull flexed their prog rock concept album style, their songs were contemplative and reflective of where they were at their lives as young rock stars on the rise, possibly in hopes of articulating a common emotion. This particular song is about the FOMO type angst that is so common in transitional phases of life, specifically in the youth coming into their own, being caught between the home that raised you and the one you're making for yourself, never have enough time in the day for both. Both the lyrics and intensifying music paint the emotion of a youngster growing weary. The original 3 band members have also been noted to have wild stage presences, but lead sort of reclusive and laid-back personal lifestyles. The life these young and hungry rock stars would have chosen is chaotic and stressful. With guitarist Martin Barr replacing Mick Abrams and Anderson in control of the songwriting, the band took huge leaps in changing its sound. Prior to this album's release, their single, Living in the Past, had reached number 3 on British billboards, so the pressure was on to satisfy fans with a new and electrifying type of folk blues rock. And they were also a new group trying to rise among all the rest of the British invasion, the Beatles, Hendrix, Animals, Stones, the list never ends, as if there wasn't enough pressure to be a successful and honest artist. Alright, this is the last song on the album. It is called Look Into the Sun. What a great name for an album. So you're not supposed to look into the sun. It's going to hurt your eyes. He's advising that you do in probably a metaphorical way. Let us begin. 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining me, by the way.
It's the easiest way, I have to say. So when you look into the sun, see all the things we haven't done. Or was it better than to run and spend the summer crying? Now summer cannot come.
That's really good.
Anyway. I had waited for time to change her. The only change that came was over me. She pretended not to want love. I hope she was only fooling me. So when you look into the sun, look for the pleasures nearly won. Or was it better than to run than to spend the summer singing and
pause it there because I think we might be going into some fun stuff here. So far what I'm getting out of the song lyrics is like, don't just sit around and cry. Actually, run. When you look into the sun and see all the things you didn't do, realize that it would have been better to actually run than to just sit around crying. Reminds me of Pink Floyd's Time. Sun is the same in a relative way. No one told you when to run, he says in that song. So that's what this kind of is reminding me of a little bit. But anyway, let's keep going.
And to spend the summer singing, and summer could have come in a day. So if you hear my sad song singing, remember who and what you nearly had.
Oh, that's really sad.
It's not easy singing sad songs when you can sing the song to make me glad. So when you look into the sun and see the words you could have sung, it's not too late, only begun. We can still make summer. Yes, summer always comes anyway. So when you look into the sun and see the words you could have sung, it's not too late, only begun. Look into the sun.
All right, so ends side one of Jethro Tull's Stand Up. Okay. Wow. That last song. That whole album was really good. Let me think. Yeah, wow, I liked every single song on the album. Haha, okay. Jethro Tull's just awesome in general. Let's take a look at what... First of all, I want to talk about the lyrics to this song. Also, I'm sorry for all the commercials inside of this. I've seen political stuff and a bunch of stuff about smoking and just... Sorry, please ignore it. Alright. I took a sad song of one sweet evening. I smiled and quickly turned away. It's not easy singing sad songs, but still the easiest way I have to say. Okay, so this is the easiest way he has to express himself almost. When you look into the sun and see the things we haven't done, was it better then to run than to spend the summer crying? Now summer cannot come. It's very sad at the beginning. And it sounds like it's about a relationship because he says, I waited for time to change her. The only change that came was over me. She pretended not to want love. Or he thinks she pretended. I hope she was only fooling me. So when you look into the sun and see pleasures nearly won, was it better then to run than to spend the summer singing? And summer could have come in a day. It adds like a slightly more positive perspective to it. Now this part switches it. Makes it almost optimistic. The first one's negative, very pessimistic, and it's kind of on the fence, then it's over to optimistic. If you hear my sad song singing, remember who and what you nearly had. He's talking to the girl. He's like, I would have given everything for you almost. It's not easy singing sad songs when you know when you can sing the song to make me glad. It's very difficult for me to sing a sad song to you when all you have to do is sing it. You can sing the song to make me glad. So when you look into the sun and see the words you could have sung, it's not too late, only begun. We can still make summer. Yes, summer always comes anyway. So when you look into the sun and see the words you could have sung, it's not too late, only begun. Look into the sun. Kind Mr. Uncle, who has posted most of these things that we've looked at, says, this last song on side 1, this soft ballad is both empathetic and encouraging. Empathic, not empathetic. Empathic, okay. And encouraging. Anderson is a wholesome thinker and lends his mind to explore new perspectives. All right. We shall get to more song facts related stuff about the entire album once we finish side 2. Stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah. All right. I don't have much else to say. I'm going to do side 2, so stay tuned. Deathstroke 9, out. We are Legion. And thank you for watching.